guarding the door? Who's the one that is vigilant to protect, to be a watchman, to make sure that no one is sneaking around and breaking in? Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10 Minute Torah, day number 5 of the Torah portion, V'zot haBracha. And so we conclude with the tribes today, and then we have some other information to share. Devarim, Deuteronomy chapter number 33, verse number 22. And of Dan, he said, Dan is a lion's cub that leaps from Bashan. Dan was originally situated along the area where we find Gaza today, more southern to the west of Yehuda. That would have caused him then to have to fight the Philistines in order to take his inheritance. As we read through the book of Yehoshua and the book of Judges, we find then that didn't happen. Eventually, I think Dan, tired of fighting the fierce Philistines, and they began to move northward, where they settled north of the border of Manasseh, up toward, I believe, Lebanon and Syrian area. And so we find in this reference, this prophetic reference, that he leaps from Bashan. It's not that he is in Bashan, but rather he leaps from that. He is above that. Dan is blessed to be a militaristic tribe. Again, he's been called to fight, and as such, he guards a particular region to the north. Naphtali is blessed, it says in verse 23. And of Naphtali, he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with pleasure and filled with the blessings of Yahweh, possess the west and the south. He's not only called then to take and conquer his territory, but also become satiated in its ability of the fertile regions of the upper Galil. Now, I've been on the Galilee area up in the Golan Heights and in the fertile valley, not valley, but the fertile plain of the Yarden there, and it's gorgeous. Somehow people have this idea that when you go to Israel, it's all going to be dirt and rocks. To the south, yeah, in the Negev, it's dirt and rocks. But I got to tell you, up around what we call the Galil or the Galilee or the Kinneret, the land is gorgeous. I've stood on cliffs and looked down upon this region. It is fertile. It is green, producing floral and fruit. It's an amazing, amazing agricultural area that is very well managed, and it is overwhelming to the eyes to look at it. And then we read pertaining to Asher. And of Asher he said, Asher is most blessed of sons. Let him be accepted by his brothers and dip his foot in oil. Your sandals are iron and bronze, and your strength as your days. Asher has this ability to guard the northern border. And it's an area that is rich in olive production. So that may be a reference to his foot being dipped in oil. His reference to being like an iron lock, with the reference here to bronze and to iron, or to copper and iron. He acts like a lock to the northern regions, protecting and guarding the land. Somebody's got to be vigilant. Somebody's got to pay attention to the border, to the security of the nation. It's when everyone guards their portion, that defends what Yah has given to them, that the nation is secure. This is a lesson that we can learn in the body of Messiah. In the body of Messiah, it has been horribly reported of us that we're the ones who shoot our wounded. And in the past, that has been true. I think in recent years, though, we're beginning to learn that we vitally need one another, that we are vitally dependent upon one another. And while one individual, one group cannot guard the whole, if we will each do what we're called to do, if we will guard what we are apportioned, then as I guard that which belongs to me, and you guard that which belongs to you, we can link arm in arm around the perimeter of all that Yah has entrusted to us, and we can provide safety and a sense of security. It's going to take all of us doing what we're called to do. Now, this Torah portion continues on with the last thoughts pertaining to Moshe. Moshe's last words here is that the Elohim of old is a refuge, and beneath are everlasting arms. And he drives out the enemy from before you and says, destroy. Thus Israel dwells in safety. The fountain of Yaakov alone, in a land of grain and new wine, his heavens also drop down dew. Blessed are you, O Israel, who is like you, a people saved by Yahweh, the shield of your help, and he who is the sword of your excellency, and your enemies are subdued before you, and you tread down their high places. If we would only heed those words. A lot of people are in fear these days. Fear about what is threatened, what is conjured up, what people imagine is going to happen in the days ahead. There's a lot of trouble perhaps on our horizon, but we should remember and understand that underneath us are the arms of Yah, and he's got us. My friend, he's got this. I can tell you that we can trust the fact that he is our sword, he is our shield, he is the one that will guard, and he will indeed keep us. Beyond that, he will also enable you and I to rise up and take what belongs to us. Again, I'm not advocating any sense of violence and insurrection and thievery and bloodshed. All of those things belong to some other group, some other people. That's not us. What you and I are called to do is to walk in a powerful sense of belief, demonstration of our faith, holding on to this word, being faithful to the one who has called us, loving and caring for one another, and knowing that Yah is going to teach us what to do in the hour that we need to become mobilized and active and take a stand any different than what we are already walking. Now, I also want you to understand that as Moshe went up, he was finally shown all that he had longed to see. And then it just simply says that he died. His freshness was not gone. He didn't die from old age. He didn't die from a heart attack. But Yah just simply took him and buried him. The final days of Moshe, the final moments of Moshe were encompassed with great splendor and glory and realization of vision and ambition and desire and promise. And he's promised the same things to us. In these last minutes here, let me just mention to you something very dear to my heart. This is the second year now of 10-Minute Torah. And I have endeavored on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, to try to share something with you that is encouraging, hope-building, life-changing to some degree and some aspirations of mine. I've received many correspondences of encouragement and thanks, appreciation for what we're trying to offer. And I have found that it's not just those who know me personally, or those that I have met, but many faces I don't know. You watch daily, and it's very, very much appreciated. So for your kind words, for your encouragement, some have sent support, very much appreciated. It really does help. But this is not a money-making venture for me. This is about me trying to minister to the body of Messiah, try to do something significant and trying to help you. I will continue on with 10-Minute Torah for at least one more year. What the focus will be and how we may change things up in its presentation or in its focus? I don't know. We'll trust Yah for that in the next few days. For those who are at Sukkot, continue to enjoy your festival feast day experience with Yah, and we look forward to again seeing you next week. Until then, Shalom.